Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV. It is the starting 11 predictions show. We've got to put the last result against Burnley behind us because we've got Manchester United at Old Trafford in the FA Cup fourth round, and I am here to predict the starting 11 that Jurgen Klopp will put out to face Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United. And I'll be honest, like always, I haven't got a clue as to what Jurgen is going to do. So I'm going to pick the side that I think he may do. It's not likely, but, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to start with the goalkeeper, as I always do. It's Alisson Becker in net. Lots of calls for maybe Kostas Tsimikas to come into this game, but I do think that Andy Robertson will keep his spot at left-back. Fabinho in the centre of the fence, and then I'm going to say Joel Matip alongside him. And I can already hear people go, what are you playing Joel Matip for? Because I believe that you have to play Joel Matip when he is fit, because you never know when he's going to go missing. So if he's fit for this game, he just has to go in there. And because he was good in the last game, regardless of the result, he showed what a centre-back can do. Anyway, right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Again, people call him for the likes of maybe a James Milner or a Nico Williams in there. Give Trent a rest, give him a kick up the arse, whatever it is. I don't think you do that against Manchester United. With the pace that they've got, I think Trent Alexander-Arnold is our best option. Yes, he's not having the time of his life at right back at the moment. Yes, defensively, he hasn't quite been cutting the mustard recently. But I think of the options that we have available to us, if Jurgen Klopp wants to win this game, and it's Manchester United, why wouldn't you want to win this game? Then Trent Alexander-Arnold, for me, has to go in, and let's get some consistency with that back five. Maybe that's a back five that we could play for a few games on the bounce. Wouldn't that be lovely? Anyway, onto the midfield. I'm going to go that Henderson's not available, and he might be on the bench. But, you know, with that sort of groin strain, whatever it is, that little tweak, whatever it is that he's spoken about, then I do think that Hendo's you're probably prioritising Tottenham in the Premier League for this one, even though I do think Jurgen is going to start with a strong side. So I've gone with Thiago in the 6, and I'm going to just sort of offset it, make it slightly asymmetrical, because I'm not sure it's a 4-2-3-1, I'm not sure it's a 4-3-3, it's somewhere in the middle for me, this one. I'm going to play James Milner there, and it was something that Paul said on the build-up show about James Milner, about getting that steal, that leadership, and Dave Maddox said on Twitter how quiet it was without Jordan Henderson. I'll tell you what won't be quiet, James Milner. He's never quiet, not on the football field, with his actions, with his words. He's loud, and he's got leadership, and at the moment I think we are lacking a little bit of leadership without Virgil van Dijk at the back barking orders, without Jordan Henderson in the middle of the park barking orders. So I'm going to go James Milner. And I'm going to do something controversial and play Curtis Jones in this one. I do think that we were playing really well earlier on in the season when Kurt was in there with Wijnaldum and Henderson. Yes, he dipped off a little touch here, but I think we need to get him minutes again. We need to get him back up to fitness, back up to match fitness, and back involved in having integral influence on this game itself. And then the front three for me, I'm going to go, do you know what? Let's just stick it to them. Let's just play the front three. I think with Bobby and Mo Salah not having started the last game against Burnley, coming on after, 55, 60 minutes, something like that, they are guaranteed to start in this game because you're not giving them a week and a half, the best part of 2 weeks off. So they've got to start. Then you've got a question of who comes in. Is it Mane? Is it Minamino? Is it Divock Origi? And all those questions. And I've just decided, you know what? I want to win. I want to score goals. I want to get the front three playing together. And I want consistency. We've always kind of changed the midfield. A player here, a player there. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. Consistency at the back. Consistency at the front. Let's try and get a goal. Let's spark some life into Liverpool's season. Because right now we're down and we need it. In goal for the substitutes, anyway, is Caoimhin Kelleher. Going to go Nat Phillips, Kostas Tsimikas, Nico Williams, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Taki Minamino, Xherdan Shaqiri, Gini Wijnaldum, and Divock Origi. And it wouldn't surprise me if Wijnaldum started this game. I'll be brutally honest. And it wouldn't surprise me if Shaqiri started. It wouldn't surprise me if he went full strength in this. But I do think that a couple of changes are needed. So there's 1, 2, there's 3, 4. And I'm probably happy with 4, maybe at a push 5 changes. But this for me is a bit of a halfway house where you get a bit more drive and, you know, fresh legs into the centre of the park. And hopefully the consistency at the back, the consistency at the front is a platform that we can then go and build on. Now, obviously if it's Gini Wijnaldum, maybe it's more like that. Maybe it's a bit more of the sort of steel and industrious work rate that we've seen over previous seasons in the middle of the park. Maybe it's not Kurt Jones, something like that. But then if it's what we're changing tacky maybe for Sadio Mane. I'm not 100% sure I like that. Could you do the two-man midfield? Maybe play a bit of a 10, maybe play Sadio Mane there, maybe play Taki Minamino there. You could do. Maybe Jurgen's now had enough. Maybe Jurgen's thinking now's the time for changes. I'm just not sure. With only a break from Thursday to Sunday, we're able to effectively enact a new formation before this game. So that's kind of why I went with the 4-3-3 formation. But listen, it's going to be a difficult one, and Jurgen's got his hands full picking this formation, to be honest, and picking the players to fill the formation because of the form that we are in at the moment. For me, consistency. I've said it a few times. I sound like a friggin' politician, just ramming home the same word, because right now I think that that's the most important thing for Liverpool. And if you want to throw Wijnaldum in there, keep that consistency in the middle of the park as well, friggin' do it. Go all day, keep Shaqiri, keep Wijnaldum, get the front three, get the back five together, put out your strongest sides. At the end of the day, it's about going through. And it's not really about going through, it's about beating Manchester United and knocking them down a peg or two, which is something that I've always lived for. Thank you very much for watching. Leave me your thoughts and your starting 11s in the comment section. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be back for the game, the live watch along. We'll be back with the team news reaction about an hour and 5 minutes before kickoff, and then we'll be doing the live watch along. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than Burnley. Hopefully Liverpool knock Manchester United out of the FA Cup. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.
Thank you so much for watching the Redmen TV YouTube channel. Everything we do here is funded by our wonderful subscribers to the redmentv.com. Get over there, sign up and get amazing additional content, interviews, documentaries, mini-series, and of course additional pre and post match day content.